Today's class will be the most important class for your foundation because I'm going to teach you Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. And based on that, if there is time, we will even do Wheatstone's network. Now, these three are the most important topics of current and electricity in your 12th standard also. Therefore, once we finish today's class, you will be able to solve the complete 12th standard HSC book. That is not a problem. And I will also give you a quick revision about 11th. And after that, I will jump into the module where you can complete both module 1 and module 2. Module 1 and module 2 is mixed. Okay. For example, resistance in series and resistance in parallel, which is in module 2. Color code of resistance is in module 1. We did EMF, all that. So, sorry, very good. Now this will be more interesting now. So what I'll do is, I will teach you everything there is to learn about current electricity completely. And then I will jump into the module. Then we'll do module 1 MCQs and module 2 MCQs and we'll complete it together. Okay. So we will not differentiate between 1 and 2. Now, from the exam point of view, how do you demarcate? What is module 1 and module 2? Whatever I finish before module 1's exam, that will come in module 1. And whatever I do between module 1 and module 2's exam, that will come in module 2. Okay. Is it fine? And today's class is more about understanding the concept. And I'll give you some homework as well of 11th standard. Okay. At the end of the class, please remind me to give you some homework about 11th standard of 11th standard HSC. Okay. At the end of today's class. So I want all of you to be very fresh and I want all of you to make notes. Remember, you're making notes which is having dual importance. One is, it is an important notes for JEE. Also, indirectly, it's a notes for your 12th standard current electricity. Is it fine? So I'll give you 1 minute to be ready. Write down the heading current electricity. Inside the bracket, write down 12th standard current electricity because 11th standard current electricity we have done. I only done it with you if you remember. Okay, I will do a refresher of that also. Easy topic, but you need to understand a bit more. Easier than electrostatics, the topic. Okay. And once we finish current electricity 1 and 2, we have almost finished our part 2 of physics. Then here and there will be some chapters left that we will complete. Remember, if we complete current and electricity 1 and 2, by September end, major chunk of our JEE will be done. I think it will be done itself. 1 or 2 topics here and there. Then we will target offline, we will target previous year papers. I will tell you which questions come from which chapters and then you can start targeting revision. Okay. So now, chapter wise, we have done some questions, we have done some more, we have left some, but once you complete the portion, you will understand how to do model papers and all. Okay. So this is the last major topic before you finish your 12th module, that is module 2. Okay. So just concentrate. If you can get this, it is good. How many questions come in JEE from current and electricity? Answer is 1. How many questions come from electrostatics? Answer is 2. Because capacitance also is a part of electrostatics. So you will get 1 question from JEE. If you are studying for MHT CET, how many questions will you get? You might get 2 to 3 questions from current electricity out of 50, 11th and 12th combined. Okay. So let us start. If some of you are answering BitSat, that is bits, then number of questions coming will be 2. One is from 11th standard and one is from KVL. Remember, Kirchhoff's current law will be always called KCL in future. That is called Kirchhoff's current law. And Kirchhoff's voltage law will be called KVL. In the question paper, in the module, everywhere you see, they will never mention the full form. They'll only mention the short form. KVL and KCL. KVL means Kirchhoff's current law. KCL is Kirchhoff's current law. And KVL is Kirchhoff's voltage law. In that, Kirchhoff's current law is straightforward. Kirchhoff's voltage law, I'll tell you some logic. Please be ready with your notes. I will start in 1 minute. I'll get water and come. Okay. No module needed today. Whatever I display on the screen, you will have to make notes. And at the end of the class, I'll distribute the module as well, the PDF, which is actually your 12th standard PDF, but it's a mixture of your NCERT plus your boards plus some other extra knowledge. And no module needed in today's class. and no module needed in the next class. You might require a module at the end of the next class. So next class, keep your module with you, but definitely no module required today. Okay. So I will start in 1 minute. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Okay, listen. The first topic today is called Kirchhoff's first law. It is also called as Kirchhoff's current law or Kirchhoff's junction law. Many names for this. And in exam, it will come as Kirchhoff's current law. Okay. Where it is the first law, current law, or the junction law. Okay. Now, what he says is the algebraic sum of all the currents at a junction, the algebraic sum of the currents at a junction is 0. The algebraic sum of currents at a junction is 0. Okay, just write down that much, then I'll explain what does it mean. Write down the side heading and write down this line. Start. From here till here. Siddesh, just have to copy what I have now. Okay, everyone done?
Yes.
The algebraic sum of all the currents at a junction is 0. Now listen to this carefully. This law deals with the junction. Okay. Now listen to this. Current coming to the junction, by default, I will take it as positive. And current leaving the junction, I will take it as negative. Listen to me. By default, I will take current entering the junction as positive and current leaving the junction as negative. And what is Kirchhoff's first law? The Kirchhoff's first law is the algebraic sum of all the currents at a junction is 0. Now, if I want to write the algebraic sum of all the currents in a junction, tell me, starting with I1, will I1 be positive or negative?
Positive.
I1 will be positive because it is entering the junction. So can I say I1? Now tell me, I2 positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Therefore, can I say I1 minus I2? Continue. I3.
Positive.
I3 will be positive. I4.
Positive.
Positive. I5.
Negative.
Negative.
Negative. I6.
Negative.
Negative.
This is the meaning of Kirchhoff's current law. The algebraic sum of all the currents is zero, which is entering a junction. The algebraic sum of all the currents entering the junction is zero. It can have what number? Ria, I'm explaining. Just listen. Now, if I put everything on the right hand side, which is negative, if I put everything on the right hand side, which is negative, tell me what will be my answer? Can I say it will be I1 plus I3 plus I4 equal to I2 plus I5 plus I6, correct? I1 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to I2 plus I5 plus I6. Can I write it like this? So can I indirectly say the total current entering a junction is equal to total current leaving the junction? Just think about it. Can I write this law in one more way? Total current entering the junction is equal to total current leaving the junction. Hence, in the junction, the current is zero because whatever the current is entering is equal to the current leaving. Therefore, can I say one more way to write Kirchhoff's current law is the total current entering the junction will be same as total current leaving the junction. Clear? Therefore, look at the next page. Read this. Tell me if you have understood. Okay, I'll start with you. The currents arriving at the junction are considered positive and currents leaving the junction are considered negative. Now, if you tell me, can I consider the other way? Yes, up to you. Your final answer won't change. But everywhere in your physics, they have always taken current entering the junction as positive, current leaving the junction as negative. You can change the sign convention if you want. Now, consider a junction P in a circuit where 6 conductors meet, that you have seen in the previous page. Can I say applying sign convention? Can I say this was the first equation that we wrote on the previous slide? Okay, that is what they have written. Arriving currents I1, I3, and I4 are considered positive, and leaving currents are considered negative. Therefore, the same equation, if I rearrange, can I say the law can also be written as the total current flowing towards the junction is equal to the total current flowing away from the junction. This is one more way to remember. Correct. Therefore, understood this. Therefore, you have written the law. Below that, draw this diagram and write the two equations that we have written on the screen. Draw this and then write down the two equations that we have written below the diagram. Arpit, you have to draw the diagram that is on the screen, and below that write down the two equations that I have written. And somewhere in your notebook, you can also write current entering considered positive and current leaving will be taken as negative. Written, all of you? Now
Yes.
you can also write down the alternate statement. Write down the alternate statement like this. Write down. Done, all of you? Now, if I give you one circuit, can you give me the equation? Don't give me the equation in the message box. Just reply yes or no, whether you can get the equation, and then we'll discuss. Is it fine? Now, I will write it over here itself. So people who are writing the statement can write, and other people can tell me the answer. Siddhan, let me give you the circuit first. Then you tell yes or no. Arpit, 1 minute. Start. I want both kinds of equation. One is this kind of equation, and one is this kind of equation.
Answer.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay. The answer is correct, sir. Perfect. The answer is, listen to this. I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I5 plus I6 minus I7 minus I8 equal to 0. Getting it? I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I5 plus I6 minus I7 minus I8 equal to 0, or I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I4 plus I6 equal to I7 plus I8. Got it, all of you? This is it. This is Kirchhoff's current law. It is also called junction law because you are only analyzing one junction. Remember, if there are two junctions, I have to analyze two junctions separately. This is in one junction, the algebraic sum will be 0. Why they are saying algebraic sum of currents? Can you tell me, anyone? Why they are talking about algebraic sum of currents? Why not vector sum? Anyone?
Sir, because current is tensor, it does not follow the properties of vector.
Correct. Current is a tensor quantity, therefore they cannot do vector addition. You have to do scalar addition itself. That means algebraic addition. Therefore, the statement is the algebraic sum of all the current is zero at a node or a junction. That is why it is called KCL, because we are finding out current over here. We are finding out current over here. Okay. Therefore, the first law always revolves around current. Now I'll give you some examples, solve and try to get me the answer. I'll give you some miscellaneous questions as well, and these questions will be repeated in the module. Once they are repeated in the module, I'll tell you that we have already done this. Okay, so right now you have to do it. Let me check if any questions are there over here. Yes, this is from your HSC book, example 9.1. Figure shows the currents as a part of an electrical circuit. Find the value, that is X, find the current X. Start. Then I will also discuss. All of
Sir,
us.
please show the first slide.
I cannot hear you.
The first slide.
The first slide. Okay, 1 minute. This one, right? Take it.
Yeah, done, sir.
RPT, I will discuss. This time we'll discuss it at the end. Remind me at around 9 minutes. Look at this. This is one junction. This will be one junction. That is, B will be one junction and C will be one junction. And this will be one junction. So you have to analyze each and every junction. Okay, I'm getting answers. Devansh, try again. Yash, correct. Akshat, correct. Sumitra, correct. Chitra, correct. Aniket, correct. Siddhant, correct. Okay, good. Others try to get it. Devansh, try to solve it again. Small mistake. Tejas, small mistake. Try to resolve it. Devansh, now correct. Very good. I'm reading out the names of people who have given me the answer. Sanskruti, correct. Tejas, try again. Sharvari, correct. Good. Good. I'll start in some time. I'll show you. In some time. Siddesh, try again. Okay, now see here. I'll expand this itself and I will do it over there. And I say this is one node. Okay, listen to me carefully. Let me read out the other answers also. Who has given me, right? Divya, correct. Savi, correct. It's correct. Okay, now listen. Sakshi, no, try again. Okay, I'll give you some time to try. Peras, correct. It's very easy. It's like a puzzle. Okay, it's like a puzzle. Plus, Savi, plus. Rahul, try again. Siddesh, correct now. Okay, listen. Hmm? Look at this particular node. Tell me the total current. Everyone listen to me now. What is the total current entering this node? Total current entering this node is 17. Therefore, total current leaving this node also should be 17, correct? The total current entering the node is 17. Therefore, the total current leaving the node also should be 17. Out of 17, 3 ampere has gone here. Therefore, how much will come here? Tell me. 14? Can I say answer is 14? Therefore, can I say over here, answer is 14 amp. Clear? Now, if you're not sure, please look at the screen again. Once you finish writing 14, again do the analysis. This is the node, okay? Now, if you analyze, what is the current entering this node? Current entering this node is 17. And what is the current leaving the node? Current leaving the node is this and this. Can I say when this is 17? Therefore, can I say Kirchhoff's first law is satisfied at this particular node? Kirchhoff's first law is satisfied at this particular node because the total current that was entering is 17 and the total current leaving, the sum is again 17. Now, consider this node. Tell me what is the total current entering this node? What is the total current entering this node? Can I say 14 is coming from top? And can I say 2 is coming from here? So can I say 14 plus 2, 16 is entering this node? Which node? This node. Can I say the total current entering is 16? How? 14 is coming from here and 2 is coming from here. Therefore, 14 plus 2 is 16. The total current entering will be 16. Therefore, the total current leaving also will be 16. Correct? Therefore, can I say 16 will come here? Now, analyze this node. Total current entering this node will be 16. Therefore, total current leaving this node also will be 16. But out of 16, 9 has already gone in this particular branch. Therefore, can I say if 7 goes in this particular branch, my equation is satisfied. Therefore, 16 is entering and 16 is leaving. Therefore, the current X will be 7 ampere. Therefore, people who have given me the answer as 7 ampere have given me the right answer. Check whether you have got the right answer, number one. Second, if you have got the right answer, whether you have used the same logic that I have shown. If not, let me know what logic you have used because there is no other logic. We have to do individual node analysis. Remember, I applied KCL rule 3 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sabi, that is fine. That is also fine. Easy. Okay, you will get more and more problems, but try to warm up to this particular concept of Kirchhoff's current law. So total current entering here, this node, and this node. Clear? Can I go to the next one? Any doubt? Let me know. Most of you have given me the right answer. Some people have given
Sir,
me the
I
wrong answer.
directly used in one equation only.
You cannot use in one equation and tell you why. In this particular case, you'll get the answer because the equation is meant for a particular node. You cannot apply the direct formula for all nodes. You have to apply individual junction analysis. You cannot combine all the junction and give the formula because can I say current entering one node is equal to current leaving other node. Therefore, you cannot have a combined KCL for this. It is at a node. If you look at the law, the algebraic sum of currents at a junction is 0. In our example, there are 3 junctions. So at every junction, I have to apply KCL, then your answer will be correct. You cannot take together as one system and apply the answer. In many cases, you will get the right answer. But then maybe your bad luck in the exam, you might get the wrong answer because the approach is wrong. Did you understand? In each node, if you apply KCL, it is correct. If you take the whole system and apply KCL, it is wrong because KCL has to be applied to an individual junction. And tell me, if you've actually understood KCL, you will not apply the formula. You will do like how I have said it. You will take a note, total current entering is so much, therefore total current leaving is so much. You will actually not use the formula. Okay? You will just apply logic. Total current entering, total current leaving, total current entering, total current leaving. Till you reach that point, you have to practice. This is the first time you are learning about it. So it is common that you will make some mistakes, no problem. Okay. We have been doing this since 13, 14 years, so we can do it. If you also are doing it like total current entering is so much, leaving so much orally, then it is excellent because you have got the logic. Okay, it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. Very simple. I'll show you more problems. Try to get it. Okay, shall we do more problems? Easy? Okay. See here, they have said answer is 0. They have explained it this way, but there's no need to complicate it. Actually, this is step by step they are doing it. We have also got these answers, but final answer was 7. Okay. Now let me show you 1 minute. Let me show you some questions which I have made in the folder. If I get some questions, we will solve. Otherwise, let's see 1 minute. There are 2 questions. These are actually CET questions. Okay, these are CET questions. Try. These are actual CET exam questions. Okay, so try and give me the answer. There are 2 questions. Give me the answer for the first one and then give me the answer for the second. Okay, now listen. We'll do the first one. Now, forget the options. Look at the question. Total current entering this junction is 4 plus 2, 6 plus I. Total current entering the junction is 4 plus 2 plus I. Therefore, can I say total current entering is 6 plus I? Now that should be equal to total current leaving the junction. Now what is total current leaving the junction? 5 plus 3, 8. Correct? Therefore total current leaving the junction is 8. And according to KCL, total current entering is equal to total current leaving. I can directly apply KCL because we are just talking about a single node or a single junction. Therefore I can apply the logic. Therefore, can I say I will be 8 minus 6, which is 2. Therefore, I will get the answer as 2. Easy. First question was done. Now solve the second question. In second question, you'll have to do analysis at this node, and at this node. 3 nodes again. Start. I am getting major answers as 3.7. It is wrong. 1 minute. Answer is 1.7 if you're getting it. Answer is 1.7 if
Yes,
you're
sir.
getting it. Now let us start the
Yes.
analysis. I have not done it. I have seen majority of the answers as 1.7. So I'm telling the answer is 1.7. Now we will do it. Okay. Now again, I'll expand this. So we will do analysis at node A. Now total current entering at node A is 2 ampere plus 2 ampere, which is 4 ampere. Therefore, total current entering node A is 4 ampere. Therefore, total current leaving node A is also 4 ampere. Correct? Now coming to node B. Tell me, what is the total current entering node B? All of you. Total current entering node B is 4 ampere itself. The total current leaving will be year and year. So out of 4 ampere, can I say 1 ampere has gone here? Therefore, can I say what is remaining is year, which is 3 ampere. Coming to the next node, which is here. Coming to the next node, which is here. Now the total current entering here is 3 ampere. Therefore, total current leaving also should be 3 ampere. The total current entering here is 3. Therefore, total current leaving also has to be 3. Therefore, total current entering 3. Leaving is 3, but out of that 1.3 has already gone here. Therefore, what is remaining is 1.7. Therefore, if I write this as 1.7, then can I say it is perfect because total current entering 3 and sum of total currents leaving is also 3. Therefore, answer is 1.7. Therefore, what I did is I progressively applied KCL to each and every node and I got the answer as 1.7. Any doubt? Both the questions are done. Okay. Need some time to copy, take it. After that, we'll go to the next type. Let me search if I can get more types of KCL questions. And once we are done with all types, then we'll go to KVL, which is the next law. There are only 2 laws. One is KCL and one is KVL. Okay. Interesting question. Not that easy, not that tough. Start. This is a neat PMT question. I think correct, Aniket. I think that is the answer. Peras, try again. Malhar, I think that is the answer. Correct. Good. Divya, correct. Sharvari, try again. I think that is not the answer. Just try again. Good. People have given me the right answer. Very good. Very quick. Logic is strong. Siddhant, try again. Go node by node. Do it aram se. Don't get confused. Take any node of your choice. Start. Devansh, correct. Excellent answer. Good. Sanskruti, correct. Siddhant, now correct. Okay, fine. Now I'm getting the right answers from you. Tejas, correct. Yes. Sharvari, correct. Good. If you're getting this answer right, that means KCL is done. Okay, because there might be permutation. Siddesh, correct. There might be permutation combinations, but more or less you cannot do more complicated stuff because The logic is current entering equal current leaving. How much you can play with that? Arpit, try again. I'm getting answer as 13 ampere from most of you. Answer is not 13 ampere. Means answer is not B. Okay, that is the thing I can tell you, because majority of the answers that I've got is B. Answer is not B. I think, okay. As far as I remember, answer was C. As far as I remember, answer is C. Not A at all. Rudra correct now. Chitra correct. Sakshi correct. Siddesh. Okay, let us start. Let us start. Let us analyze. Tell me, which node do you think will analyze? This one, or this one, or this one, or this one? Which one do you start with first? Can I say I can start with this? Correct? Because I have both the currents entering. From there, I can start my answer. Okay. So look at the screen. I will start with that answer. So total current entering this particular node is 15 plus 8. Why 15 plus 8? Because even 15 is entering, even 8 is entering this particular node. Therefore, 15 plus 8 is 23. Therefore, can I say current leaving will be 23? That is the first thing you're supposed to get. Therefore, current leaving will be 23. Now, coming to this node. Coming to this node. Now tell me, total current entering this node will be 23 plus 3, which is 26. The total current entering this node will be 23 plus 3, which is 26. Therefore, the total current leaving this node also will be 26. Now over here, total current entering this node is 26. But now can I say there are two unknowns? One is I and one is over here. So now tell me, where should I go for my other answer? Tell me, which node should I consult?
Which is in the square.
Which one?
Not in there.
Correct. Can I say now I'll come to this node? I'll come to this node. Now can I say the total current leaving from this node is 8 ampere? That means total current entering also should be 8 ampere. Can I apply that logic now? Because here I am stuck, because here two unknowns are there. But I have one point which I have not analyzed. Can I say the total current leaving this junction is 8? Therefore, the total current entering will also be 8. Out of that 8, 5 is already here. Therefore, can I say this has to be 3? Therefore, if I write 3 over here, can I say KCL is satisfied for this particular junction? Because total current entering is 8 and total current leaving is 8. You can say that KCL is satisfied for that junction. Now, coming back to our node. Can I say total current entering is 26 now? Total current leaving also has to be 26. But out of that, 3 has already gone in one branch. Therefore, 23 should go in the other branch. If 23 goes in the other branch, therefore, can I say KCL is satisfied? Therefore, answer will be 23. This is how you solve node by node. Okay, pick up any node and start. Pick up any node and start. I picked up this node. You can pick up any node, whichever you find convenient. And ultimately, all these answers also should be right. Okay. Now let me see if I'm getting some other questions. I think there are not. I'll give you one or two questions of my own, and then we go to KVL. Tell me any doubt. Do you need more time? Next one. Okay. Okay. I think we are done with this one. Start. Answer is C, and I'm getting major answer as C, which is good. But I'm also getting answer as A. I don't understand how answer is A. Answer is 13. Rudra, Sanskruti, Sakshi, Divya, Sumitra, Riya, Rahul, Akshat, Savi, correct. Peras, try again. Sharvari, correct. Kinari, try again. Devansh, correct. Malhar, correct. Siddesh, correct. Aniket, correct. I think Yash also gave me the answer. Okay. Anyone else? Shall we start? Any doubt in this question? I think it is direct. This question
Sir,
I
10 is for which arrow?
cannot hear you. What?
Sir, 10A is for which arrow? The one which is like the upper.
10 ampere is the
upper left.
current entering. 10 ampere is the current entering.
Okay. I thought it was upper left.
No. It is current entering is 10 ampere.
Sir, can you show this one?
Answer is C. Okay. Now let us try. Let us analyze this node. Total current entering is 10. Therefore, total current leaving also has to be 10. So 6 is over here. Therefore, can I say what is left is 4? Now, once you get the answer, stop and do the KCL again. Now, look at this node and tell me if KCL is satisfied. You only ask yourself whether KCL is satisfied. What is the total current entering? 10 ampere. What is the total current leaving? 10 ampere. Similarly, look at this. Tell me what is the total current entering? 4 plus 1, 5 ampere. Therefore, total current leaving also has to be 5 ampere. Total current entering at this particular node is 5 ampere. That is 4 ampere plus 1 ampere. Therefore, total current leaving also has to be 5 ampere. Now, total current entering over here is 5 ampere plus something that I don't know. Even the other thing I don't know. Therefore, I am stuck. Therefore, come back to this particular node. Tell me what is total current entering this particular node? 8 ampere. 6 plus 2 is 8 ampere. Therefore, okay, no problem. No problem. We will. 6 ampere plus 2 ampere is 8 ampere. Now 8 ampere is entering, therefore 8 ampere will leave. Correct. Now look at this particular node. Which one? This one. What is the total current entering this particular node? 8 plus 5. How much? Okay. Easy.
Yes.
Any doubt? 1 minute. I got 2 doubts. Skinnery found indifference. Skinnery, now did you understand? What is full? Okay, what is full form of Bihar CEC? CEC means how you guys have MHTCET, Maharashtra government conducts. Bihar government conducts CEC, combined entrance competitive exam, something like that. Combined exam, competitive entrance, or combined competitive exam. That is like for engineering plus medical plus all science related courses. Bihar board conducts this exam. And also one more very good thing, which I'll tell you in the month of November. Bihar as a state, if you notice, tell me if you're aware of this. Bihar as a state is the topper in IAS, IPS, administrative service. Have you heard about that? Bihar is correct? Heard?
Yes, sir.
Bihar
Yes,
is also
sir.
now coming up in CAT, that is MBA entrance exam. All the toppers are from UP and Bihar, if you notice, especially government exams. And nowadays, all the toppers are also from Bihar in the science stream. Okay. Yeah, Chitra, I'll tell you. Now, Bihar exams are not that easy. If you find any books or if you have any friend who is in Bihar, I think now you will get it over here also online. You get books about this particular subject. For example, how you have MHT CET books for physics, chemistry, math. You also have Bihar CEC books, PCM, previous years. It is still going on, okay? The level of questions are excellent in the sense that you will really understand. It will not be that high so that you cannot solve, and it will not be that low that it will be very boring. It will be right at a level which will prepare you for JEE. Okay, that means if you do your 12th standard MHT CET and if you're feeling JEE is going a little higher, if you study for Bihar CEC from Bihar CEC books, you will really find it good, especially the synopsis they have written before the chapter, you know, the right synopsis, 5-6 pages of theory. Very well written, excellently written, and most of the online classes means if you see all the big names, which are national names, therefore these books are great. Therefore, if you get your hand on these books, not now, later on in the month of November, when we do offline classes, I will try to arrange. We will solve problems from this. Very, very competitive board and very good questions. Very good questions. So if you find the question is from this, you will always find it interesting. And many times people study for BITSAT, that is PITS Pilani exam, from this exam itself. Very similar. If you prepare for this exam, your BITSAT will be cleared easily, or vice versa. Okay. In Karnataka, you have something called COMED K. Okay. Gujarat, you have Gujarat CET. Every state has its own CET. Like that, if you go to do every state CET, then 29 years, you will stay like that. You'll just have to pick up the best. Got it? Chitra, any doubt now? Chitra, BITSAT is for BITS Pilani, or BITS Goa, or wherever you want as Birla Institute. I think most of the questions are done. Let me see if any question is remaining about KCL. Then we'll go with KVL. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Yes, Chitra, there is. These are all KVL problems, not KCL problems. Okay. I'll give you one or two, and then we'll go to KVL. Okay. Find X, Y, and Z.
So that's 2, right? At the end.
Hmm?
At the Y junction, it is 2. It is bifurcating.
2 and Z. Give me all three answers. Give me X, Y, and Z. If your Z is right, I think X and Y will be right. Okay? I think. And I don't know whether you have some other permutation combination. Most of you are getting Z is equal to 19. Check.
Yes, sir.
Or Z equal to 9. Durva 9. Just check whether it's 9 or 19. Peras 19. Okay. 6, 21, 19. Check whether you're getting that. 6, 21, 19. This is the right answer. Right logic, right combination. Watch it. Okay. Got it? This is all about KCL. Okay. Good news is KCL is done. Bad news is the important part in current electricity is KVL, not KCL. So now we'll have to go to KVL. KVL is actually very easy, but it is a little bit badnaam. You know what is badnaam? Okay. Total reputation of KVL is gone because people don't know how to analyze. Now, before I start KVL, I'm asking you, does any one of you know what is KVL or do you know how to apply KVL? Just simple question already by now. Anyone knows yes or no? Know how to analyze a circuit. Be sincere. I don't think you will know it by now. I'm not expected to know, but if you know it, if you have participated in any Olympiad or if you have participated in any other competition, you might know. But otherwise, you will not know. Just let me know whether you have know or not. Previous question, I hope everyone got the answer. Z equal to 19. Clear? It is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay. Okay. Silence is giving me the answer, so I will tell you the logic. What was Kirchhoff's current law? The total current is zero, correct? The total current at a junction is zero. Now, Kirchhoff's voltage law, listen to me carefully. Kirchhoff's voltage law is the total voltage is zero. In a loop, listen to me carefully. Kirchhoff's current law was the total current at a junction is zero. Kirchhoff's voltage law is the total voltage in a loop is zero. That is why it is also called as loop law. Hoopla, not hoopla, only loop law, or voltage law, or in short, KVL. Now tell me how many voltages are there in a circuit? Totally, how many voltages are there in a circuit? Think about it. I'll go to KVL. See here. If I draw one random circuit or the most general circuit, please look at this. Can I say this is one circuit? Now tell me how many voltages are there in this circuit? Please look at the screen. Can I say the one voltage is my EMF itself, the power source? And can I say another voltage that I get in this circuit is I into R, even that is voltage? Therefore, can I say summation E means all the power sources plus summation IR will be 0. Can I say this is nothing but total voltage is 0? Because sum of all power sources plus sum of all I into R is 0. Therefore, can I say in very simple words, Kirchhoff's current law was saying the sum of total current is 0. Kirchhoff's voltage law is saying the sum of total voltages is 0. But how many voltages are there in a circuit? Two types. One is a power source and one is what? The product of current into resistance. Therefore, can I say this term is also a voltage term? This term is also a voltage term. Just check. Now look at the wording of Kirchhoff's voltage law. This is for a 12th standard exam if it comes. See here. The algebraic sum, that means algebraic sum of the potential differences, that means I into R, and the EMF in a closed loop is 0. Correct, Devansh?
Yes, sir.
Correct, very good. Very happy, Devansh. Tell me what happened.
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. No reply yet.
No, no, sir. Nothing like
No reply. Okay. Blue tick has come.
what, sir?
Everyone in the message is knowing. Yeah, Devansh. Okay, fine. They'll not make you blush more. It's good. It's good. You can give hope for your generation to other people. Correct. Siddesh, did you get some hope? Very good. Now Siddesh will start messaging today. Good. Now, summation IR plus summation E is equal to 0. That means sum of all the voltages is 0. Easy. Looks easy. Now I will show you how to apply it over here. Then you will tell me it is not easy, but actually it's very easy. So full year you will tell me it is not easy. Full year I'll tell you it is easy. But who has to answer the exam? You. So for you it should be easy. I'll explain. Next 1 hour, we will only focus on KVL. And I want all of you to understand what is KVL, because if you understand a simple trick, any circuit they give you, you can solve. Can I safely say any problem of KCL, JEE, MSTCD, any? It is easy. You can solve. You don't need any prior revision. You know the logic on the spot. You can solve any question. If I give you 100 questions of KCL, can I say within 1 hour you can solve all 100? You just have to analyze. I want the same confidence in KVL as well. I want the same confidence in KVL as well. So I'll repeat. Kirchhoff's voltage law is also called as loop law because it is applied in a loop. KCL was applied at a junction. Second, first law of Kirchhoff's was regarding current. Second law is regarding voltage. First law, he said that the sum of all current is 0. And the second law, he says that sum of all voltages is 0. But voltages is not direct. There are two types of voltages. One is EMF and one is IR, that is product of current into resistance. So this is the law. Write it down, then I will explain. Okay, first write it down. Then I will explain.
Sir, other name was loop law, right?
Come again.
Sir, other name was loop law, right? Loop law.
Loop law, yes. It is also called as loop law, voltage law, or second law. Kirchhoff has some law called as Kirchhoff's law of cooling also. If you have studied KTG, if you have come across Kirchhoff's law of cooling,
Yes, sir.
that is KLC. This is KCL. Don't get confused. Kirchhoff is very famous in part 2, more than part 1. And in engineering, you'll study how all the laws are wrong and how we can have operated laws. But for now, all the laws are correct.
So do we have to draw the diagram also?
No, no, no. Just write this one. Done? I will explain KVL not in the form of a general circuit, but in the form of a actual problem so that you understand it better. Now let me look at the general circuit, how they have given. They have not given it properly. So I will dictate something and then I will tell you. Okay, so write down rules for KVL. Write down side heading. Rules for KVL. Two rules. Write down. Rule one. Rules for finding KVL. Rule one. Rules for finding KVL in that rule one. Write down. If our direction is same as the direction of current, means the direction in which we are going is same as the direction of current. If our direction is same as the direction of the current, then the sign is negative. Then the sign is negative. Can you write the vice versa of it? If our direction is opposite to that of the current, then the sign is positive. Right now. If our direction is opposite to that of the current, the sign is positive. I'll just be back 1 minute. Second law. Remember, both the laws are independent of each other. Don't think that second law is the continuation of first law. Both are independent laws. Second law. If we encounter a positive terminal of a battery, if we encounter positive terminal of a battery, if we encounter positive terminal of a battery, sign taken is negative. If we encounter positive terminal of a battery, sign taken is negative. Can you write the vice versa of it? If we encounter the negative terminal of a battery, sign taken is positive, right?
Sir, can you repeat the point?
If we encounter negative terminal of a battery, sign taken is positive. And if we encounter a positive terminal of a battery, sign taken is negative. I'll explain both the points. I've just given you the notes. I'll explain both the points. So what is the first point? If our direction is along the direction of current, then the sign taken is negative. But if our direction is opposite to that of the current, then the sign taken is positive. And the second point is, if we encounter a negative terminal of a battery, sign taken is positive. But if you encounter a positive terminal of a battery, sign taken is negative. Now, how do you apply this? For the first 2 to 3 problems, you can look at the law and look at the problem. After that, the law should be by heart. Law should be by heart. And then you should be able to apply.
Sir, if we take negative terminal, then sign is
I did not understand. Can someone explain what he said?
if we take negative terminal of a battery, then the sign is
Positive. If we encounter negative terminal of a battery, then the sign taken will be positive. And if we encounter a positive terminal of a battery, the sign taken will be negative. Yeah. Shall we start? Okay. Now look at the circuit. Now remember, this circuit will not be given in the exam. You have to draw this circuit. Okay? But imagine right now circuit is known. Okay, I'll just give you step by step, baby steps. Imagine this is the circuit which you are given. Correct. Imagine. Imagine. Okay. Now one thing you notice in a circuit, how many batteries or how many voltage sources are there, only that many currents can be there. Therefore, if you look at the circuit, how many voltage sources are there? Can I say there are only 2 voltage sources? Therefore, in this whole circuit, I'll have only 2 currents, I1 and I2. The third current will be sum of I1 plus I2. You cannot have more currents than the voltage sources. Number one thing you should remember. I'm telling you this because when you draw your own circuit, you should keep this in mind. Secondly, each branch will have only one current and one direction. You cannot have multiple currents and multiple direction in a single branch. For example, look at this branch. What is the current in this branch? I1. And what is the direction of the current? Left. Tell me. Similarly, tell me what is the current in this branch and what is the direction? Can I say current in this branch is I2? That means here also it will be I2 and the direction will be left itself. Now, what is the direction in this branch? Can I say it will be right? And what is the total current? I1 plus I2. Therefore, each branch can have only one direction and one current. Now see here, this is I1. I'm just showing you the circuit. Can I say current always goes from the positive terminal to the negative terminal outside the battery? So can I say this voltage source will give current I1, this voltage source will give current I2, I1 and I2 will meet over here. Therefore, what is the total current that has entered this point? I1 plus I2. Therefore, the total current leaving also will be I1 plus I2. Can you see KCL applied within KVL? Can you see KCL applied within KVL? Second, see what is written over here. 7 volt, 1 ohm. So what is 1 ohm actually? It is the internal resistance of a battery. For your simplification, I will make one symbol of a resistor 1 ohm. Over here, I will make a symbol of a resistor 2 ohm. Okay. Aram se, we will apply KVL. Okay. Now please listen to me carefully. Let us apply KVL to the loop A, C, D, B, A. Loop means you start and end at the same point, correct? That is a loop. So I started at A, I'm ending at A. Please listen to me what I say. After that, I want you to understand. Okay. So let us start. Tell me, from A to C, do you find any voltage? Means, do you find any current into resistance or do you find a battery? If no, then there is no voltage in that branch. So can I say AC has no voltage? Because I don't find any IR or I don't find any battery. Therefore, from A to C, there is nothing. Now let me go from C to D. Where I am going? I am going from C to D. A to C, there is nothing. Now, when I'm going from C to D, Am I going with the direction of current or am I going against the direction of current? My question number one. Tell me. Against the direction of the current. Therefore, what do I encounter first? I encounter first a battery, correct? I encounter a battery first. Tell me, do I encounter the positive terminal of a battery or a negative terminal of a battery?
Positive.
So my answer will be minus 13 first, because if I encounter a positive terminal, I have to put a negative sign. Continue. Do I see a resistor here of 2 ohm? Therefore, tell me, what is the voltage in this branch? What is the voltage? It is resistance into current. What is the voltage in this branch? Can I say it is resistance into current? Tell me, will it get a negative sign or will it get a positive sign? It will get a positive sign because I am going against the direction of current. Rule number one. Rule number two is only for the battery. Rule number one is only for I into R. Please remember, rule number one is for I into R and rule number two is for battery. Now look at rule number one. What is rule number one? If our direction is against the direction of current, if our direction is against the direction of current, then the sign taken is positive. Therefore, can I say it is positive 2 into I2? Can I say it is current into resistance? Anything else is there on this branch? Anything else is there on this branch? Yes or no? No. Therefore, can I say A to C is done, C to D is done, D to B there is nothing, check. So can I say that is also done? Now, when I come from B to A, everyone listen to me carefully. When I come from B to A, am I going with the direction of current or against the direction of current? With the direction of current. Therefore, can I say it is minus 1 into I1? Tell me, did you understand how?
Yes.
Because we are going with the direction of current, therefore it will be negative sign. Therefore, it is current into resistance. What is current? I1. And what is resistance? 1. Continue. Now I encounter a negative terminal of a battery. When I encounter a negative terminal of a battery, what should I do?
Positive sign.
Positive 7.
This is my equation 1 of KVL. Little tough, little easy. It's actually very easy. Do 2 and 3 problems, you'll understand. Once you finish writing the equation, make sure that every term is a voltage term. 1 minute. Make sure every term is a voltage. 1 minute. Make sure every term is a voltage term. That means, look at this. This is a voltage term. Yes. 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 Why I'm telling you to make sure every term is a voltage term? Because sum of all the voltages in a loop has to be 0. Sum of all the voltages in a loop has to be 0. Is it clear? Sum of all the voltages in a loop has to be 0. Now, can you copy this? Can you copy one example? Write down side heading example. Draw this circuit as an example and try to get a loop. Start. Started? Done? Let me know once you're done. Put a dot. Okay. Now listen. Apply KVL to the loop. I will start. This whole problem I will do. Next problem, I will call your name, you try to attempt. Okay. I'll call your name, you try to attempt the loop. Okay. Everyone look at the screen now. Stop writing. I'll keep the screen on. Everyone stop. Listen. Apply KVL to the loop DCEFD. So first look at the circuit. Where does this loop come? This. Okay. Now let us start. D to C. Tell me first, am I going with the direction of current or against the direction of current? I am going with the direction of current. Therefore, my sign will be negative. Therefore, can I say my first term will be minus 2I2 because I am going with the direction of current. Then I will encounter the negative terminal of a battery. Now, since I encounter the negative terminal of the battery, I will have positive 13. Then I will go to C. Now, tell me between D to C, do you have any doubt? First, I encountered a resistor. I put the formula. Then I encountered the battery. I put the formula. This is rule 1. This is rule 2. Check.
Sir, can we take CEFD loop? CEFD.
CEFDC. We can go there also. I'll do that also. This is up to us.
Okay.
We can apply any loop. We can even say, listen to me, we can even use the loop ACEFDBA. Outer loop. Okay. We will do all permutation combination. Okay. Now, tell me, I have gone from D to C. I have got my answer. Can I say from C to E, if I go, there is nothing? Now, when I go from E to F, tell me, am I going along the direction of current or against the direction of current? Tell me.
Along the
Direction of current. So it is minus current into resistance. What is current in that branch? I1 plus I2 into resistance, which is 12. It is minus I1 plus I2 into resistance, which is 12. Correct? Over here. Then, when you go from F to D, what do you get? Nothing. Equal to 0. Now, when you solve these two simultaneous equations, listen to me carefully, you will get the answer for I1 and I2. That is the logic. When you solve these two simultaneous equations, we will get I1 and I2, but we will not solve it because the numbers might change. And when the numbers come, I'll tell you what you need to do. Right now, we'll focus on getting the equation. Now, tell me, did you understand how did this equation come?
Yes.
And how did this equation come? Now, looking at these, don't put the answer in the message. Tell me if you can manage. If you can manage E, C, E, F, D. Okay, I will go other way around. Tell me if you can give me KVL in the loop. in this loop. B, D, F, E, C, A, B. Try. Then I'll also show you. So try to put KVL into that loop and give me the answer. Just reply yes that you have got it. Don't give me the answer in the message. I just want yes or no. Okay. I just want to know whether you're confident in getting the equation.
Sir,
I'm going to show the answer, don't worry. Then you can compare whether your answer is right or wrong. I'm just waiting for everyone to complete.
sir, from F to E, what will be the current? From F to E, what will be the current?
I1 plus I2 only, because in a branch I'll have a single current. In this branch it is I1 plus I2, in this branch it is I2, in this branch it is I1. Okay, now I will okay, we'll start. Okay, now from B to D, nothing. From D to F, nothing. From F to E, can I say I am going against the direction of current? Because the direction of current is this way. Can I say I am going against the direction of current? So I'll have plus current into resistance. What is the current in that branch? Current in that branch is I1 plus I2 into resistance is 12. Therefore, can I say B to D nothing? D to F nothing? F to E, I got my answer. E to C nothing? C to A nothing? Now, A to B, first I encounter positive terminal. First I encounter positive terminal, therefore my answer will be -7 because I encountered positive terminal. Then can I say I am going against the direction of current in this branch? I am going against the direction of current in this branch because direction of current is like this. I am going like this. Therefore, my answer will be positive current into resistance. Resistance is 1 and current is I1 equal to 0. Now, this is the equation in the loop B, F, E, A, B. Tell me how many of you got the right answer? Check. Sign
Yes,
mistake is the wrong answer. Don't tell me I made only sign mistake. That is the main thing. Otherwise, the term is very easy. And after you finish getting it, make sure each and every term is a voltage term. I'll tell you why. Because many times students in a hurry, they just write current. They forget to write resistance. Therefore, current term is not there in KVL. Each and every term should be a voltage term in KVL. Okay. Voltage equal to 0. That is the meaning of this particular loop. Yes.
Sir, from A to B, can we take first that we are against the current?
Yes, you can. You're telling first I'll take current, then battery, you can. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to try one problem where I will give you the loop and I will tell one person's name, that person try to give me the equation. We'll not solve the equation. We'll solve the equations when we actually do the problem. Today, I want you to get familiar with the loop. Okay, so the next loop that I will show you is this. This is actually the answer of some other question, but okay, for us, this is our question. Now I'll write the name of the loop and I will call out the name of some person. Can that person tell me the equation of that loop? Shall we do that? For that, I want all of you to have their camera on. You can volunteer also. You can volunteer also. Good. So people who are leaving, let me put them out forever. Good. Now. Anyone wants to leave can leave immediately. Quick. Three people. Okay, now I'll write the name of the loop. Then I'll tell the name of a person. That person try to give me the answer. Start. I'll give you 30 seconds, then I'll tell the name of a person. In the meantime, try to get the equation of the loop. Okay. Malhar, can you try?
6 plus 2i2 minus 5 is equal to 6.
Wait. You have to go like this. F to E nothing that way. So from F to E nothing. Okay. Then E to B. Tell me, what do you encounter first?
Resistor and minus 2i2 will have.
Minus 2i2 because you are going along the direction of current. Okay, then
Plus 5.
plus 5 because you encountered a negative terminal, so you wrote a positive answer. Okay, so E to B is also over. Now, F to E, there was nothing. E to B, you got two things that you have written here. B to A, there is nothing. Now, A to F, tell me.
Minus 6 and
Minus 6, wait. Minus 6 because all of us just check. We encountered a positive terminal, so we write minus 6. Okay, continue.
and plus I1, plus 2i1.
Plus 2, I1.
Minus
Because
2i1
you're
is against the flow of current.
minus 2, I1 or plus 2, I1.
Minus 2i1.
Sir, plus 2.
Are you sure, Malhar?
Sir, it's plus.
Malhar,
Positive, huh? It's positive.
tell me why.
Because if we see it, it's minus here and positive here, and the current is entering from the this side, right? From the right hand side.
You don't have to complicate it. You just say the current's direction in this branch is left and our direction is right. That's it. Don't complicate it. The current direction in this whole branch will be left and our direction is A to F. It is right. So we are opposing. So we will get a positive sign itself. Therefore, it will become plus 2I1 equal to 0. Nevertheless, very good attempt. I hope everyone understood. Now, any loop you get, you can apply KVL, correct? So this is the answer for the loop FEBAF. Now I'll give you one more loop. You will have to give me the answer for that. Okay, all of you. B start. Then I'll ask one person to give me the answer for this. Now listen. Sharvani, can you try? Sharvani, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you try?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
So from B to E, we will, since we are encountering the positive terminal, so it will be -2.
What will be -2?
Since there is a battery of positive terminal, then we'll get it as -2 resistance.
But the battery is 5 volt. How will you get 2? 2 is resistance.
So yeah, -5.
-5. Okay, we encountered the positive terminal of a battery, so I write it as -5. Okay, then.
Plus 2I2.
1 minute. I have lost the broadcasting. I'll log in again. I was logged out. Just one. Okay, plus 2I2 correct. Then continue. If you can see. Can you see the screen or it's gone?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Correct. Tell me. Plus 2I2 then.
Then from E to D, there is nothing.
Okay. Then from D to C.
Then from D to C, since the direction is opposite, so the screen is not.
Wait, now I'll come back. Wait, I will come back. Yeah. Then. From D to C.
Plus 2I2, then from E to D, nothing. Then from D to C, since there is opposite direction, so it will be -8.
It is opposite direction, so it will be -8.
So, sir, it is in opposite direction, and it will be I1 plus I2 into 8.
So you're saying it will be -5, the starting, plus 2I2, correct?
I2.
Then
Yes.
plus or minus? After that, plus or minus?
Plus.
Plus 8 into I1 plus I2, correct?
Yes.
Equal to, or after that something is there?
No, from C to B, there is nothing.
So equal to 0. All of you agree with this equation? Yes or no?
Yes.
All of you agree with this equation? Sharvani,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Little struggle, but okay. Initially, it is fine to struggle a bit, but okay. Now I'll give you one more loop. All of you give me the answer for this loop. Start. Okay. Okay. Who wants to go? Can anyone volunteer? That I can go for it. Anyone? Okay. We'll take Devansh then. Okay. We'll start. Give me the answer.
Sir, in AB, there will be no voltage. Same for BC. In CD, the direction of the current is in the same direction as we are looking. So it will be negative sign. So -8 into I1 plus I2.
Correct. Okay, then.
Same for D and EF, where there will be no voltage, and since the current in AS, the FA, the current is in the same direction as we are reading, so it will be the negative. We get the negative sign, so it will be -2I1, and it is the negative terminal, so +6.
Excellent. Correct. Everyone getting this answer? Just
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
now, I hope everyone can apply KVL in whichever loop you get. Okay. I'll give you one more loop and then we'll stop for today. But the actual KVL question will not be a circuit. They will give you the circuit in words. From that circuit in words, you have to draw the circuit. And from that circuit, you have to apply KVL. But at least from the circuit to apply KVL, now I think everyone knows. If you have the circuit, can I say everyone knows how to find KVL? Now, from wordings, how do we get the circuit? That I will teach you. But at least when you have a circuit, everyone should know how do we get KVL. Okay. Now we will, okay, again, I have lost the screen broadcasting. I'll give you one more example and I will write 3 loops, which you have to get. And you have to give me the answer for all 3. Means not the answer, solve it and keep it. Then I will tell you. Okay. Let me come back to, so I'm getting logged off again and again. 1 minute. Okay. Now, let me explain this loop to you. There is a current I, which is passing because there is only one voltage source. I'll have only one current. Listen to me carefully. That I splits into 2 currents, I1 and I2, and they meet over here. Can I say over here it will be I itself according to KCL? Just check. I splits into I1 and I2. Can I say I1 and I2 combine over here again and become I? Correct. Now tell me what is the direction of current in this circuit? Tell me what is the direction of current? Can I say this is one direction? Now I want all of you to tell me what is KVL in the loop. That is, start. Okay, so anyone wants to go for it?
Minus 10 I1
Okay, Malhar
plus
is going
20.
for it. Okay. Go with me. From here to here, there is nothing. Everyone just check. From here to here, there is nothing. Now, Malhar, tell me. From here to here.
Minus 10 I1.
Minus 10 I1 because we are going with the direction of current. Very good. Now, from here to here, there is nothing again. Now, from here to here, again nothing. From here to here, tell me.
Plus 24 I2 is equal to 0.
Plus 24 I2 equal to 0. Perfect. Tell me if all of you are getting this answer.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Good, Malhar. Now, next, I will give you the circuit. I want some other person to give me the answer. Now, I'll give you the loop. I'll give you the loop. And the loop will be so I will show you the outline. K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. This one. Start. The part of the answer is already there above you. Part of the answer is already there above you. Okay, let us start. Arpit, can you try?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
From K12, it is nothing.
1 minute. From K to L, there is nothing, correct? From L to M,
To
nothing.
M, nothing. Then directly it is minus 10 I1.
Correct. Now listen to this, everyone. From M to O, I can write minus 10 I1 because you have done it in the previous loop itself. From M to O, it will become minus 10 I1, correct? From O to P, nothing. From P to Q, nothing. Now,
Then
from
directly it is
Q to
from
K.
P to R. Q to K, sorry.
Q to K, what will you get?
Sir, it will be plus 3 minus 4 I1.
1 minute. Plus
3
plus 3. Okay, plus 3, correct. Plus 3
minus 4 I1.
minus 4 I1. Only I, correct? It is only I.
Yes, sir. I.
not I1, because here it becomes I again. Okay, please make a note. Last loop for all of you, and then we stop for today. I hope you understood KVL also, how to apply the two laws. Okay, it's very easy how to apply the two laws. So, okay, let me start with easy circuit now. Q, P, O, N dash M, L, K, Q. Start all of it. To give you a perspective, Q, P, O, N dash M, L, K, Q. Start. Okay, time up. Who wants to go for it? Peras, can you go for it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Peras.
So for Q2P, it's nothing. So 0.
Q2P, there is nothing. Okay. P2,
also
there is
nothing.
nothing. Okay, then.
Then Q2M, since you are going in opposite direction, it will be plus 24I2.
Correct. Plus 24I2. That is correct. Then.
And M2N nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
L2K nothing. And since you are touching the positive terminal of the battery, it will be minus 3 volt. And since you are going in opposite direction of the current, it will be plus 4. Which is
Peras, is it correct what I've written?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone got it? KVL.
Yes, sir.
So can I say next class, I will give you theory question. You have to get the circuit. You have to get KVL. Also, you have to solve the two equations and get I1 and I2. So next class, we will do that because this is not the completion of the problem. This is only how to get the equations. And I hope everyone, once you get two equations, everyone can solve two unknowns, I1 and I2. However, and then we will finish 12th standard physics. Your homework for today is your 11th standard physics. You had something called color code of resistors. Can you go through that?
Yes, sir.
Color code of resistors. Number 1, and the topic of EMF of a cell. Write down. Color code of resistors. Topic of EMF of a cell. 1 minute. I will also make a note. Color code of resistors. EMF. Resistivity. And temperature coefficient of resistance. I want you to go through these topics from 11th standard. These 4 topics. Can you do that much? Let me repeat. Color code of resistors, EMF, resistivity, and temperature coefficient of resistance. Can you do this much, all of you? Okay, done. With that, we stop for today. I think Aniket, we will discuss our doubt in the next. Yes,
Sir,
some
I
concept.
have a doubt in that previous one.
I cannot hear you.
Sir, I have a doubt in previous one.
Tell me.
Sir, can't we take from O2 and that as plus 24I
From O2,
and dash as plus 24I?
O2 and dash. That means from year to year.
Yes.
It is plus 24 only. It's plus 24 I2 only, correct?
I.
No, on this branch it is I2. On this branch it is I1. This branch is I. Understood, everyone? This branch is I1. This branch is I2. And this branch is I. There are 3 branches in this. So here you cannot take I or I1. It is I2 itself. Because I2 comes here, till here it is I2.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. I will see you in the next class. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.